Now, it's no secret that I've revisited quite a few bad wrestling shows at this point. We've pretty much done all of them, from WWE to ECW to WCW. You know what, actually? We're far from done. There are still a lot of bad wrestling shows out there, and I'm gonna get to them all. But one that I wanted to go back to is the worst ever current day WWE Raw episode from April 2023, aka the Raw After Mania 39. Now, typically, if you hear the term Raw After Mania, you get pretty excited because of the implication. The implication being that this episode every year is full of surprises, such as big returns, debuts, call-ups, new matchups, announcements. It's almost like a wrestling season premiere for the season that lies ahead. But the Raw After Mania 39 managed to say fuck all of that and cause a lot of anger and frustration, which I think is pretty on brand when you hear that this show had a large fan presence. It's like putting yourself inside Luigi's mansion and then wondering why you're being haunted by King Boo. And for a ghoul like him, who you gonna call? Allegations. So yeah, prepare yourselves, because this episode is rated 0.8 and is the worst Raw of all time. Yep, that's right, this 2023 episode is somehow worse than the 2018 Raw episode we went back to, which, to quote Esteban, made me say, oh, this is a disaster. This coming the night after Cody had failed to finish the story in his world title match against Roman Reigns, a match that the large majority thought he would win to end this historic reign. Cody calls out Roman for a rematch on this episode, but the tribal chief refuses, instead opting for a tag match featuring Roman and Solo against Cody and a partner of his choosing. Enter Brock Lesnar to create this iconic image, which you may remember. It also gave birth to this Roman Reigns meme. I'm starting to see a common link, because that's another worst episode for Roman Reigns, but all of these worst episodes have a bunch of reaction pictures in them. Is that the link? But you may also remember this main event, Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes against Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, never actually happens.
Cody Rhodes! Wait.
This guy's bringing a Wrestlemania to London, man. Like, what can't he do? Wrestle again. But what can't he do? Triple H goes ahead and opens up the night after WrestleMania Monday Night Raw by saying all of the things you'd expect him to say on this episode. It's kind of just a, welcome to Monday Night Raw. The World Wrestling Federation had a great night at WrestleMania. 2 nights. Too big for one night.
Puppies. Say hi, Stu.
Yeah, let's go, Stu. Some Stu appreciation. John Cena's always like, hey, Stu, how's it going? He's always saying stuff like that. Triple H is like, Stu. And what do you know? Guess who's behind the camera on this video? Stu! I gotta go ahead and point out, I love that after Stu gets called out, he goes ahead and gives a little bit of a wave in front of the camera.
This is epic. This is awesome.
One more moment to thank the most important people.
This is on John Cena.
All of you.
That's how I'm gonna celebrate when I hit 100K. I'm gonna be like, but I couldn't do this without all of you.
And I gotta tell you, if I wasn't already on a high before I walked out here tonight.
On a high? I guess someone spent WrestleMania with Rob Van Dam. And him as well.
The action, the drama, all of it. We are going nowhere. We will be here!
Triple H also keeps saying, we ain't going nowhere! And quite frankly, Hunter, I've got to pull out my Master Ball and throw it and capture that as a sound effect. You know the rules.
We are going nowhere.
For example, how do I feel when I hear a Chelsea Green segment is coming up?
We are going nowhere.
You damn right.
But yeah, overall, Triple H just says we're gonna keep rocking and rolling and running the damn world, and then he introduces Roman Reigns, fresh off that controversial upset. Look at this guy, man, the way he works. Nah, this man's aura is off the charts. I don't even care that Cody didn't finish the story the night before. Fuck all that. The way this guy grabbed the title, he smiled, he looked into the camera like, yeah. Boom. And would you believe it, it's time for another edition of everybody's favorite show in these videos, Crowd Watch. It's not an established show. I actually just said it for the first time, but I think it'll catch on. This sign right here, this happy birthday message, which is written on some of the flimsiest cardboard I have ever seen in my entire life. Oh yeah, way to say I care about you, buddy. A happy birthday message written on some cardboard that has the structural integrity of Betty White in 2024.
About the greatest of all time.
You know what? Actually, no, I take back what I said. I'm looking at this guy's t-shirt, the merch shirt, with him his head clearly photoshopped in a weird way on that fucking suit right there. It's not hitting for me, Roman. Wear a different shirt next time, okay?
Acknowledge me.
Oh yeah, no problem. I acknowledge you, Harry Potter.
Took the tribal chief.
It's like he said, you know what, Dave Bautista, I know you had a decent amount of pyro, but you can take your little machine guns and shove them up your animal ass, because I have more by simply saying,
Tribal chief.
I know what I want to talk about.
Roman's reaction, Cody was like, I know what I want to talk about. And Roman was like, would you believe it? He finally fucking knows, this blonde moron. You hear that, Paul?
No rematch. No, 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 no.
Does the WWE 2K community want to see people like Pat McAfee and the rest of the Pat McAfee show in WWE 2K, or would we prefer NXT superstars? Do we want Pat McAfee and friends?
No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
you're absolutely right, you know, now that I think about it. Cody basically does as advertised. He asks for a rematch, and Roman says, you gotta be kidding me, brother. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman basically look Cody dead in the eyes and say, you've got no friends, you've got no fans, and you've got no ground. And Brock Lesnar appears to shock the world.
So, who you want to talk about now? Cody.
Playful Paul Heyman is one of the funniest people on the microphone.
Wait, what?
Oh, book. Things just picked up. See, I'm not going to do it again. People think I'm dick riding like crazy this time. Listen, man, anyone who grew up in that era of this community knows that when you hear the Brock theme, you hear those lyrics as well. I can't be the only one. Look at this guy walking around with the jacket and the fucking cowboy hat. Who are you, fucking Arthur Morgan? Actually, considering the events that are going to happen later on, this is more of a Dutch Van Dilland, okay? This is Micah Bell.
What are we witnessing here tonight?
Kevin Patrick is so funny, man. What are we witnessing here tonight? Oh, Kevin, you really did try. I actually liked Kevin. I'm not gonna lie. I did.
And it appears it's gonna happen.
The way he just grabbed Cody right there, he was like, yeah, what's up, man?
What are we witnessing?
Oh, this is the dream match everybody wants to see. Brock Lesnar and Solo Sikoa. Oh, wait a minute.
Brock Lesnar will join forces.
Oh, I can't wait for this. Oh, man. Brock Lesnar wrestling on Raw and Roman Reigns wrestling on Raw. This is one of the biggest main events of all time. And Cody, I love Cody. Oh, man, this is going to be sick. And then Solo's there as well. But this is going to be sick. I can't wait for this. I also have to go ahead and say Brock Lesnar being this happy and joyful and all handsy with Cody and everything and like, yeah, let's go, American Nightmare. Woo! That should have been your first red flag, okay? Cody, you might be colorblind, because how did you not fucking see this coming? It's like if a kid gets stuck in a gorilla's habitat and then we go ahead and blame the gorilla like it's the gorilla's fault. No, kid Cody, you should know better than to get in a fucking habitat with Harambe Lesnar. I don't even remember what we're talking about.
At 7 feet 3 inches, weighing 410 pounds.
Omos is 7 feet tall, but he's only packing 3 inches.
What, brother?
We then go ahead and transition into an Omos match where he's facing some local loser. Sorry, that's Elias. Elias, not a local loser. That's Elias. Wow, he fell off. Elias is on another Worst Raw episode. Can you believe it? Elias, you're going on the tally. It's looking long for you, my friend. It's a long day. By the way, dude, you want to talk about a guy that lost all of his aura in like that few year span? Elias is one of those guys. But on this entrance, all he did was fucking walk out. He was like, he's a jobber. Oh, what did they do? They massacred my boy. This dude, Elias, is getting treated like he's a fucking combat trading bot on Nuketown right now. Oh my god, he's getting raw dogged by Omos.
From anal bleeding.
I also have to go ahead and say that's 2 Worst Raw episodes you've been in now, Elias. It's not looking good, bruv. Although I gotta say, the Elias we got on this episode versus the one on 2018 Raw is drastically different. Like, one of these guys has character and has aura and has something about him, and the other one is a shell of his former self. It's depressing. Like, seriously, give that guy some Doritos chips or something. This guy needs a Mountain Dew. He needs a Prime Energy. This guy needs a stim shot. This dude walked out there like he was a core. Not even like a good, well-designed core that you find at the top of CC. No, this was like I went in to create a superstar and just kept pressing X. Oh yeah, okay, that's fine, whatever. This dude walked out there like nothing even mattered. I'm surprised he didn't come out with that generic SmackDown vs. Raw entrance where he was just like...
Omos looking to make an example of Elias.
Way up high.
And yeah, basically this match is literally just Omos destroying Elias. There's really nothing else to it. I really wish there was like an intro of some sort that I could just put in front of this match to really communicate what kind of match it was. Oh, wait, that's perfect. Yep, that's the one. Yep, that describes it. You got giggity, giggity, giggity. You know, it really is kind of hilarious to me to see how different things were for a superstar like Austin Theory or even Omos just a year ago. Omos was borderline on this monster push run where they were like, who can really stop this beast of a man? He fell off. Austin Theory had just beaten John Cena at WrestleMania, and you guessed it, he fell off too. When it comes to a superstar like Austin Theory, he at least has there's still time. Maybe the lights were a little too bright for pushing him that fast, you know, at that time, but I still think there's potential there. I still think he'll be okay. Then there's a backstage segment with the Usos and Paul Heyman, with Heyman basically going over the plans for tonight's main event and saying the Usos are not needed, so go chill on the jet. Kathy Kelly interviews Bad Bunny about WrestleMania Backlash, who gives the most chill answers I think I've ever seen.
Hi LA, Los Angeles, ¿qué es lo que? Just enjoying Raw like a fan, so I'm grateful. Ready for everything.
Oh, jeez. Okay, well, that's a lot better. Yeah, sorry about that. I just had to go ahead and change into white because this is the color of surrender, and this Raw makes me want to surrender the idea of being a wrestling fan. Okay, moving on. Honestly, Bad Bunny, it's okay because his match at Backlash that same year in Puerto Rico, the entrance alone makes up for any awkward interview segment ever.
From Bad Bunny, how cool is it? Rey Mysterio getting the hooks in with Bad Bunny ringside.
And also, I know we've been having this conversation for a while, but Logan Paul against Bad Bunny has to happen in the next like year or two. It has to happen. Yo, I got nothing but love and respect for Rey Mysterio, okay? Absolute fucking goat. Like, wine me, dine me, and 619 me. Rey Mysterio cuts a little bit of a promo thanking everyone and celebrating his Hall of Fame induction before he's interrupted by... A-Town. It's on the upcoming tattoo list. I've got to get a 619 Rey Mysterio mask tattoo. I have to do it. I have to do it. My first ever PSN was DDJ619. I think the account still exists too. I don't know the login anymore, but it's still out there. I bet the bio probably says something like, I love Rey Mysterio, straight up, 619.
You beat the product of your own bad parenting. Your son didn't believe in you, and all of these tontos didn't believe in me.
Collection? The only thing you'll be collecting is your teeth.
Oh my god, the only thing you're gonna be collecting is your teeth. Fucking cook, Ray, come on.
You should have a YouTube show too. Call yourself an expert. The facts are the facts.
I fucking love Corey Graves. The way he just roasted KP right there. He was like, you should go ahead and have a Twitter. Maybe you should have a YouTube show. Call yourself an expert. Fucking cook, baby. I'm tired of these YouTubers. Get them out of here, okay? I'm fucking sick of these guys. Oh, I make YouTube videos, so I know what I'm talking about. Fuck off. Do you know what I mean?
Irony. What an atmosphere. What a crowd here tonight. Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles.
This dude just called it the Crypto.com Arena. I'm gonna throw up. I'm actually gonna throw up.
Winning.
Yo, that clothesline there from Austin Theory, that was exactly the same as the way CM Punk clotheslined The Rock on Raw 1000. I'm starting to think every Raw episode is the exact same thing. I'm actually kind of thinking. And I gotta go ahead and say, Austin Theory against Rey Mysterio was actually a pretty decent match. These two clearly had a pretty decent chemistry. I feel like I've said decent one too many times. But they had a pretty good chemistry, and it worked very well on this night after Mania, which was all going so well until Dirty Dom inserted himself. Rey Mysterio Mysterio goes for a 619, and Austin Theory counters it into an A-Town down for the win. And after the match is done, Dominic Mysterio just pounds on his father. Not like that. But he's just fucking laying into his father like Ren was due. It's crazy. Oh man, now look at Dominic just beating the hell out of his deadbeat dad. Yeah, take that, right? That's what you get for WWE 13, you son of a bitch. It's like Dominic begins beating up his father, and then something will happen outside the ring, and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna resume this cutscene. Something will happen out there. If I'm Dominic Mysterio on this episode of Raw, you know what I'm doing to Rey Mysterio? Evil guy like me, evil genius like me. I'm going to my dad right there, and I'm being like, hey dad, listen, I know we've had our problems. I know we just had this match at WrestleMania, which was sponsored by fucking cereal. But listen, we can put this all behind us now, right? Let's go for a drive. Come on, let's go for a road trip. Father and son, come on. I go ahead, I drive that son of a bitch all the way to the NXT parking lot. All right, well, good luck, bye. Damian then goes face to face with Bad Bunny and says, you know what, I wasn't a fan of Booker T. It should have been about Stevie Ray, that song, and attacks Bad Bunny, putting him through the announce table. Just realized Dominic's wearing an off-white shirt. He's wearing like the off-white overshirt. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, Dom, okay.
Dominic now turning his attention.
Dominic's still going after Ray. Yo, this guy's a true hater, bro. He's crazy. Hang on a second. Who the fuck invited J. Cole to this episode of Raw? Is that J. Cole?
Jermaine Cole.
And I'll be honest, at this point in the episode, I was kind of like, oh yeah, this is an okay episode of Raw. Stuff is happening. It's decent. Things haven't taken a turn for the worse.
Wait for it.
Yet. After this, there's a bit of a highlight recap package from WrestleMania with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens' big tag title win over the Usos, with Michael Cole being like, Bloodline be damned! Which genuinely might be one of my favorite Michael Cole calls of all time. Then there's a backstage segment between Adam Pearce and Damian Priest. Adam Pearce is basically super pissed at Damian Priest. He's like, why would you do this? He's a guest here at Raw. What the fuck are you doing? You're never gonna cash in that briefcase in a couple months. You suck. And Damian Priest is like, I'm sorry, Hermano. This is what I do. I'ma do me. I also have to go ahead and bring up this rather controversial topic, but when we're talking about the greatest general manager in wrestling history, is Adam Pearce in the GOAT convo now? Because seriously, this guy has been putting in a shift over the last couple of years. He's been doing his thing. He's actually done a lot of good in his time leading Raw, so fair play, genuinely. We then transition into a positive as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn celebrate as the new tag team champions.
Nothing says celebration like a good fight.
Nothing says a good celebration like a fight. Okay, fucking Vikings. You know, if this was like, I don't know, the 1300s or something, Kevin Owens is definitely the type of guy to be like, we celebrate in Valhalla. Uh-oh, who's gonna answer the call? Who's it gonna be? Oh, wait a minute.
They want the championships as well.
Listen, okay, I say it every single time they pop up in one of these videos, but guys, it's time to move on from the Street Profits, okay? They've had a hell of a run, but come on, let's fast forward this. And I'm not just talking about Montez Ford. A lot of people want to be like, oh, it's Montez, he's the star. No, Angelo got it as well. Angelo has a bag, and that bag runs deep. I know it. But Montez especially, let's get this bitch on the road. Come on, let's go, okay?
That sounds good as hell.
See?
Let's be having you, and let's see if this is made official.
What a fucking very United Kingdom colloquialism. Oh my god, did I just say that without fucking... Let's be having you is such like a UK thing. Like, let's be having you. Come on, do you know what I mean? The Street Profits against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn was a decent back and forth contest, and certainly was not one of the low points of this episode. Although I will say during this match, I did kind of transition into a TV and movie podcast for a second, because apparently I have the attention span of a fucking...
We got some cast members in the house. You're looking at Jabari Banks, who plays Will. Ollie Shalot.
We're joined by the cast of Bel-Air. You know what? I want to slander it because obviously I love Fresh Prince. Who doesn't? But at the same time, I haven't watched Bel-Air yet, so I imagine it might actually slap. It might go crazy. I don't know. It's on the list. I just, you know, there's been other stuff to watch. There's been movies. There's been a lot going on. I will say though, while we're on a bit of a movie talk right now, if anyone has watched Civil War with Kirsten Dunst from this year, oh my god, that movie fucking rocks. And I also gotta say, I finally watched Mad Max as well. For some reason, I spent many years just procrastinating watching it. I was like, you know what, fuck it, this weekend I'm finna watch Mad Max and Furiosa back to back. Good. good movies. Because there's this whole back and forth sequence, there's dives, there's this back and forth action, it's great. Montez gets hit with a stunner by Kevin Owens and he's like, he's just standing there for a second, he's kind of selling it, he's literally stunned, and then Sami Zayn's in the corner waiting to go for the Helluva kick, and he's like, you're not quite in the position for me to press triangle. Okay, I'm just gonna push you back, and then, okay. Hey bro, that was a pretty high kick from me. Okay, I'm gonna hit my own Helluva kick, like.
A few moments later.
Oh, might have injured myself there. Guys,
because
the MRI shows that
I have to retire.
Oh, wait a minute, Sammy's cooking, suicide dive. Oh,
Take it down, the Profits.
oh my fucking god, oh my god. Bro, Sammy's head was so close to turning into some fucking Jamba Juice right there. Let me tell you something. Sami Zayn's Canadian, he was about to turn into a Canadian Here we go. Oh, he said suck it. He said, oh, that's a high bump from Montez into the cover, and it's broken up by Kevin. And then after that, Kathy Kelly, who was a fucking workhorse on this night, she's in like 4 or 5 segments. She interviews Seth freaking Rollins, who basically goes ahead and says, I don't know, Kathy, this Monday Night Raw, it's missing one thing. Oh yeah, what a moment that was at WrestleMania. Seth versus Logan KSI's in the fucking in the Prime mascot gimmick. And you gotta give it to Logan, man. He cooks.
Oh, loneliness and cheeseburgers are a dangerous mix.
Little buddy KSI, back to the wasteland of social media.
Now play my song. Adding on to the whole, this Raw has moments where it's kind of like, why did that need to be on the night after WrestleMania? I want to see cool shit happening on this fucking episode. Seth goes all the way out to the ring, does his full entrance, stands in the ring, soaks in the, he soaks in all of that, and then he straight up just says, I'm a head out. And I love Seth Rollins. I fucking love him. I do. But on the night after Mania, you could have had 1,000 of those NXT guys come out there and it would have been better and more productive than that. You could have had Shane McMahon and his fucking baby ankle come out there. Ugh, guys. Here comes the money. You know that episode of The Simpsons where they're telling all the short stories? By the way, the best episode of The Simpsons. It's also the episode that features the steamed hams, you know? But anyway, that episode when the Mole Man is stuck in the Quickie Mart while Apu goes ahead and has his little, like, yearly party. The Mole Man's all like, you took 5 minutes of my life and I want them back.
Oh,
I'd probably just waste them anyway.
We're in La La Land on the Seth freaking Rollins musical. Continues next.
See that, Kevin Patrick reminding me, he just said we're in La La Land. There's another good movie, okay? Love La La Land. You guys tell that I really want to make like a video about like movie and TV shows, because I kind of do. You know, someday I'll defeat the anxiety of uploading a video that isn't wrestling, because I know I can do it. I know I can. I know I've got that in my bag. I've proven it before. I can do other things. I need to get over that initial hump where I see the ratings and I'm like, oh, well, that video got like 2 views, but it's okay. I gotta cook first. Once I get over that anxiety hump, goddamn, this channel's gonna go to places you've never seen, brother. Let me tell you something. When this channel gets to the point where I'm like, oh, you know what? Today, GTA 6. Today, wrestling. Tomorrow, 2K. The day after that, Sims. The day after that, fuck it. Let's make a video on The Walking Dead and the Fort Benning theory. Fuck it.
Incredible energy out there for Seth freaking Rollins. Joining me at this time, my guest, Bobby Lashley.
Because you won the Andre Battle Royal.
Hey!
But eventually, the pupil can school the teacher.
Bobby Lashley then gets interviewed by Kathy Kelly, who talks about his victory in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on SmackDown, which is one of the decisions of all time. He's then interrupted by Vice City agent Bronson Reed, who says his man meat is better than Bobby's, and Ali comes in like an annoying moth, to which Lashley squashes him. Like, actually just squishes him, drags him to the ring, and squishes him again. It's just that simple.
I mean, a match against Bronson Reed? That's a no. A match at WrestleMania?
That's a no.
But at the same time, Bronson Reed, now that I'm realizing it, has been doing this shit for like a year and a half now. This stuff where I'll just show up backstage and he'll be like, you can't go one-on-one with Bronson Reed. I'm the fucking master. I also have to go ahead and point out, Ali's fit at this point in his career. What is he doing? And so you know what happens, Bobby Lashley, when you appear on 2 of the worst Raw episodes of all time, you know what happens, Bobby?
You just made the list! WrestleMania, this is when Brock Lesnar usually takes 6 to 9 months off and leaves everybody else hanging. Giggity. Which is a life that you rescued me from, my tribal chief. Which is why I love you, my tribal chief.
I can't even process what he just said. Brock Lesnar, he normally takes 6 to 9 months off. Nice. He normally takes 6 to 9 months off, but that's something you saved me from, my tribal chief. I love you, my tribal chief. Don't kill me.
And now, what about Bianca Belair and still?
I gotta say, by the way, when it comes to Bianca Belair, super nice person, by the way. Met her earlier this year at the Royal Rumble 2K24 event. I actually, like, got her to draft my roster. Like, there was supposed to be a video that I was gonna link her in with. I got her to do the bit for the video and everything, and I have no idea where that footage is. If I ever find it, I will use it, but I have no idea what memory card that's on. There's no way I would have deleted it. I never do that. Genuinely one of the best women's wrestlers of this generation, if not all time. She's fucking great. Bianca Belair then makes her entrance and talks about her three-peat at WrestleMania, to which she goes ahead and gets interrupted by Rhea Ripley, who says, we'll come back to this at some point.
But I promise you, Bianca, we will get back to this.
And I gotta go ahead and say, when they do that full-fledged Rhea Ripley-Bianca Belair feud heading into a WrestleMania, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez then take on Damage Control to see who will receive a tag title opportunity. Well, if it isn't Liv Inferno, back at it again with the fire attire. Because in case you guys didn't know, the whole flame, you know, attire she had around this time at WrestleMania and the night after WrestleMania, that was a reference to me, Deonte Inferno. Just in case you were. It was nothing really that special, but I have to go ahead and say something of the utmost importance. Dakota Kai and Eddie Thorpe. What? But second of all, Raquel Rodriguez, I genuinely think is someone who is kinda underrated. And I genuinely do think if they kinda ran it back and, you know, made her a bit more serious again, I don't know, I think it could kinda slap, maybe. But anyway, Liv and Raquel would pick up the W, getting that future title opportunity against Becky and Lita.
By Snoop Dogg at WrestleMania. The Miz, the host of WrestleMania, is here next.
And then The Miz would go ahead and make his way to the ring with the Alpha Academy in the background. This, of course, before they would fall apart and Uncle Harry would gagoigity his geschmoigen.
Surprise! Here's Pat McAfee. Surprise! Here's George Kittle, who basically made it a 2-on-1 handicap match. Surprise! Here's Jumpin' Shane McMahon.
The Miz going on to talk about how at WrestleMania he had 3 different matches, the only man in history to ever have that. One against Pat McAfee, one against George Kittle, and one against Shane McMahon. The lights were too bright. They were brighter than expected for him. Oh, if it isn't my Infern bro, brother, here we go, bro. Hey, listen, bro, controversy aside, I fucked Matt Riddle's character heavy back in these times. That's why he was such a big part of the micro universe. I was like, Matt Riddle, I'm fucking here for him, bro. He then gets interrupted by a returning Matt Riddle, who takes him out with all of his signatures and finishes, ending with a bro Derek as he stands tall. But I'm sure this right here, this return on the Raw after Mania, this big moment was the beginning of something new for Matt Riddle. It was the beginning of something big. You know, everything was going to go according to plan. Oh. Never mind.
And I'm celebrating with the 17,000 plus here in Los Angeles.
Yo, dude, Matt Riddle's going crazy with those trunks, bro. I feel like every time I see him, they get higher and higher. Bro, just come out there and be naked at this point.
Much to the delight of Dominic Mysterio, and we now know that Bad Bunny was taken to a local medical facility.
You know, if you ever wanted a more crystal clear sign that the ghost of was lingering backstage, those 3 words right there tell you everything you need to know. Local medical facility.
WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus and the women's tag team champions Lita and Becky Lynch.
Oh, wait just a minute. Oh, ladies, my God. I love all of them. All of them. Becky especially. Becky a little bit more than the other two, but
involved in a multi-generational face-off like that.
then there's a backstage segment with Byron Saxton interviewing Trish, Becky, and Lita about their WrestleMania dub.
I don't know about you guys, but I am still riding that high from Saturday night, and
Oh God, you know what? That might be the definition of scaring away the hoes, Byron. You know what? I didn't even want to call them hoes because I love them all, okay? I love Trish, I love Becky, I love Lita. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and say, Byron, you're scaring away the goats. Don't scare away the goats. What the fuck was he cooking right there with that bullshit? That, what are you, fucking Stephen Hawking trying to fucking fist bump someone? Harden your fist, brother, damn. What the fuck was that, Byron? Trish was like, holy shit, is anyone around here normal? What the fuck? Don't do this, flimsy floppy. What does your fucking hand have erectile dysfunction? What the fuck? Harden that shit, dude. Come on, Byron. But now it was time for the main event. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa against Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. What a dream match on Raw.
Just 24 hours after successfully defending his undisputed championship.
They for real decide to let everyone do their full entrance knowing damn well this match ain't happening, and it makes me sick. And realistically, I can't think of many things that are more than this bullshit being pulled right here. The idea of hyping up a match all night and then just knowing full well that it's never gonna happen. I mean...
And his tag team partner.
Oh God, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes.
Wait a second! What the hell? Lesnar just F5 Rhodes!
The end of the show sees Brock Lesnar turn heel on Cody as he just destroys him, and Roman and Solo leave. And realistically, I still in good conscience can't go ahead and say that this Raw was worse than the 2018 one. I think the 2018 one was far worse. But this Raw almost lives in such a bad reputation because it is so stupid and so not the Night After Mania vibe. Instead of those surprises and debuts and returns, you get one half-assed Matt Riddle return, and then everything else is kind of average or mid. And I mean, also, again, hyping up any main event you know damn well you have no intention of delivering on not only pisses off the crowd, but it pisses off the entire world watching. It's always going to be stupid. I'm sorry. The only time I think I'm ever going to be cool with that kind of thing is when they promise a main event and it turns out that main event is not happening because they have a better one lined up. Because in that situation, I can absolutely see what you're cooking. I can see the dish. But in this regard, it's just typical poor decision. And it's especially distasteful after everyone is pissed that Cody didn't finish the story last night, so you decide to give everyone a mid-episode of Raw where your number one hero doesn't get any satisfaction at all. He doesn't get his rematch that technically he's kind of owed because he got screwed out of the main event of WrestleMania. He doesn't compete for the live crowd, so they don't get to see Cody, and then he gets destroyed. Like put through the announce table and F5'd on steel steps, kind of destroyed. It's fucking crazy. Oh, there's the shot with the middle fingers. That's my reaction to this Raw. Fuck you. Fuck you. So yeah, this episode being so pointless and so stupid with that lack of Night After Mania feel really makes it one of the worst Raws of all time.